Hey everyone, Zanker's back for day 3 of preview season of BattleBond. But before we get into that, click the link down in the description. There's 2 more days to enter to win some cool stuff. So hope you guys check that out. We're going to start off today with Saltwater Stalwart. It's a Merfolk Warrior, a 2/4/4. Whenever Saltwater Stalwart deals damage to an opponent, target player draws a card. Okay. Now we got a reprint from Lorwyn, a $10 rare from Lorwyn, Sour of Temptation. 2 and 2 blue, you get a Fairy Wizard. It's a 2/2 flyer. When Sower of Temptation enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature for as long as Sower of Temptation remains on the battlefield. Not bad. Would be better if it had flash, but can't complain. Next up, we have another reprint all the way from Visions. It is a common Impulse. 1 in a blue, instant. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Okay, that's not a bad card. Alright, another reprint that we've seen a few times. Kraken Hatchling from Zendikar, Magic 13, and Modern Masters 2017. It's an 0/4 Kraken for 1. That's it. Not a bad blocker. Next up, we have Regina's Sanction. Regina's Sanction's a rare. It's a 3 and a white sorcery. For each player, choose friend or foe. Each friend puts a 1/1 counter on each creature they control. Each foe chooses 1 untapped creature they control and taps the rest. Looks like we're going to have a lot of those friend or foe cards. Here's another one. It's the black one, Virtuous Maneuver. For 2 and a black sorcery. For each player, choose friend or foe. Each friend returns a creature card from the graveyard to their hand. Each foe sacrifices a creature they control. Alright. Next up is an uncommon. The Crowd Goes Wild. For X and a green, sorcery has assist, so you could have another player pay the X. It's support X. And each creature with a 1/1 counter on it gains trample until end of turn. Okay, here's another reprint from, we have Urza Saga and 9th edition. It is Greater Good for 2 and 2 green. It's an enchantment, and sacrifice a creature, draw cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power, then discard 3 cards. Okay, not a bad enchantment. And the 9th edition is right now 1772, and Urza Saga is 1683. So we're getting some good value reprints. And here's another great value reprint, Seaborn Muse from Legions 9th edition and 10th edition. You got Legions sitting at 2625. 2668 is 9th edition, and 2770 10th edition. Seaborn Muse is a spirit for 3 and 2 green. Untap all permanents you control during each other player's untap step. And it's a 2/4. So not bad. Great card. I got that card in my, as you all know, in my Joda's EDH deck. Next up, we have another reprint, I believe. Yes, from Rise of the Eldrazi. Nirkana Revenant is a Vampire Shade, 4/4 for 6, 4 and 2 black. Whenever you tap a swamp, for mana, add a black to your mana pool in addition to the mana the land produces. And you pay 1 black, Nirkana Revenant gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Nice. And looks like that was a mythic from Rise of the Eldrazi, and 2371 right now. You know these prices are going to drop, but still, the value is pretty good in the set. Next up, we have a Last One Standing, a sorcery for 1, a black and a red, and choose a creature at random, then destroy the rest. Okay. Nice board wipe. Next we have Bramble Sovereign. Looks like a mythic 2 and 2 green Dryad. It's a 4/4. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield, you may pay 1 and a green. If you do, that creature's controller creates a token that's a copy of that creature. Very cool. Next up, Out of Bounds. It's an instant for 3 and a blue. Has assists, so another player can pay up to 3 to cast a spell, and it's a counter target spell. Alright, we got Lava Field Overlord for 7 and 2 red. You get a 5/4. Assist 7, so another player can pay up to 7 for this spell's cost. Flying, when Lava Field Overlord enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage to target creature or an opponent. Target creature and opponent controls. Okay, so 4 to a target creature. Next up, we got a rare blue Spellseeker. 2 and a blue. It's a 1/1. When Spellseeker enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost 2 or less. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle your library. And we have Stadium Vendors. When it's a goblin, red goblin, 3/3 for 4. When Stadium Vendor enters the battlefield, choose a player. That player adds 2 mana of any one color they choose. Okay, got a little ramp there. And that looks like that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed, and the set is looking pretty good for some Commander cards, some old school. I guess this is not legal in Modern, so we can't use these cards in Modern, but Legacy and Vintage. Let me know what you guys think, and as always, may your packs be spicy.